At this point, I'd like to welcome the silent visitors in the room. Those of you who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Temple of the Living God. My name is Daniel Harris. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you do hit the like button and subscribe to our page so you never miss a service. My inspirational reading today comes from the Daily Word, and it is titled, "With a Heart Full of Gratitude, I Sing a Song of Praise." Music is a universal language that, even without words, can calm us or lift our spirits. A hymn from my youth reminds me to count my blessings and name them one by one. When troubles loom, I put a song on my lips and count the blessings in my life. I soon remember that problems have no power to weaken my faith in God, and I'm thankful for divine solutions. When my heart is full of gratitude, I feel songs of praise and thanksgiving bubble up within me. In high spirits, I joyfully hum, drum, whistle, or sing a tune to express my appreciation. Whatever form my expression takes, I make a joyful noise to the Lord and invite all who hear to join in the singing. In the Bible, Psalms 100, verses 1 and 2 read, "Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing." And what a beautiful segue and fitting introduction for what's next. If you will now please join me in appreciating the musical stylings of these lovely ladies, Carol Mitchell and Jill Athey, with the song titled, "Without a Song."
Without a song, the day would never end. Without a song, the road would never bend. When things go wrong, a soul ain't got a friend. Without a song, the fields of corn would never see a plow. That field of corn would be deserted now. A soul is born, but that's no good, no how, without a song. I've got my troubles and woe, but sure as I know, the Jordan will roll, and I'll get along as long as that song is strong in my soul. I'll never know what makes the rain to fall. I'll never know what makes the grass so tall. I only know that there's no love at all without a song. I've got my troubles and woes, but sure as I know, the Jordan will roll. I'll get along as long as that song is strong in my soul. I'll never know what makes the rain to fall. I'll never know what makes the grass so tall. I only know there's no love at all without a song.
Wow, thank you, thank you. Wonderful music this morning. Just touches the soul. We're so blessed. You know, and we're blessed because each and every one of you are here. And I'm so grateful to have everybody here and everybody that's been here, because I've learned so much since I've been here at the temple. This morning I'm going to start out with a little story of a little 6-year-old boy. He was standing on a porch, and he was short for his age, and he was trying to ring the doorbell, and he was trying, and this minister was walking down the street on the other side, noticing the little boy. So he thought, well, he'd just go help him. So he crossed the street, went over to the little boy, put his hand on his shoulder, reached out, and pressed the doorbell. Then he stooped down, and he said to the little boy, "And now what do we do, little man?" And the little boy said, "Run." I knew you'd like that. Oh. Today I have another little short story about gratitude. There was this little boy. He was a blind boy. He sat on the steps of a building with a hat at his feet as people went by. And he held a sign that said, "I am blind. Please help." And throughout the morning, only a few coins were collected in his hat. And then a man came by, took some change out of his pocket, and dropped it in the hat. He grabbed the little boy's sign from his hand, turned it over, and he wrote a message on the back of the sign. He put it into the little boy's hand so that everybody else coming by could see it. Before you know it, that hat was starting to fill up. A little later in the afternoon, the man came back by, and the little boy, who recognized those footsteps, said, "You're the man who took my sign and wrote something on it, aren't you? What did the sign say?" And the man said simply, "I only wrote the truth. I said what you said, but in a different way. I wrote, 'Today is a beautiful day, but I cannot see it.'" Both signs spoke the truth, but the first sign simply said that the boy was blind, while the second sign conveyed to everyone walking by how grateful they should be to see. You know? And my next story is an elderly man had a revolting jolt unexpectedly, and he was told he was being retired, that they were eliminating his whole department, and along with that, his job. He sat at his desk in an utter despair and in defeat. The specter of lack, poverty, and the disillusionment just hovered in the horizon. He had no idea what was next. As he sat in his office that last night, he noticed a spider that climbed up on his desk, and he quickly brushed it away. Then he noticed that that spider instantly from within drew a strand to hold its weight and to drop easily and gently down onto the floor. The man sat there and thought about that. He says, that spider just from within itself saved itself. And he thought about that for a while in meditation. And he spent quite a while in meditation that evening. And he came out thinking that this retirement is really a blessing. For I know that this job wasn't the source of my life. It wasn't the source of all that I am. And this man had been doing some writing here and there, and he had often wished that he could do this writing full time. And so as the story progressed, he did not obtain great wealth, but he made twice as much money as he did from his retirement. And what he gained in himself was that sense of satisfaction and happiness that he hadn't known for a very, very long time. And I thought about that, and that was a story that Eric Butterworth had shared in a lecture in 1975. And I thought about that. How blessed are we? How blessed are we that from within us is that source, that opportunity to come forth with divine mind, divine ideas, that no matter what our challenges are that are in front of us, we can overcome our obstacles. We can move beyond the area that we are, and we can just say, life is just a real blessing. Now, my next story is about a student story, a student who later met his teacher. And the story starts out, one day a friend of mine, also a student, came in with a nice new watch. I decided I wanted it, and I stole it. I took his watch. Shortly after, my friend noticed his watch was missing and complained to our teacher. And our teacher went to the class, and he said, this student's watch was stolen during class today. Whoever stole it, please bring it back. I did not want to give that watch back. Then the teacher closed the door and told all of us to get up, and your pockets were going to be searched. And he said, I will only search your pockets if everybody closes their eyes. So everybody closed their eyes, and he searched the pockets. And when he came to me, he found that watch in my pocket. Yet he continued on searching all the other people's pockets until he had searched everybody. And then he said, good news, the watch has been found. You may now open your eyes. He did never tell anybody. He never mentioned the episode. He never told me I stole that watch. That day he saved my dignity forever. It was the most shameful moment in my whole life. But that day, I also decided to not become a thief, not a bad person, etc. So you never know anything. He said to the teacher, you never even scolded me. You never took me aside for a moral lesson. but I received your message very clearly. So the professor asked, "What did you become, young man?" The young man replied, "I became a teacher like you. And thanks to you, I understood what a real educator needs to do." And he asked, "Do you remember this episode, Professor?" "I remember the situation, the stolen watch, which I was looking for in everyone's pocket. But I didn't remember you because I also closed my eyes while I was looking." When life seems to be full of troubles, it seems to be difficult to maintain an attitude of gratitude, doesn't it? I know sometimes we feel like our problems are like a blackening storm cloud, casting a dark shadow over our lives. And you might experience a lot of these challenges in life. You know, last class that we had in the back on a Sunday, Reverend Lynn Forrest had mentioned something that grabbed my attention right away. And she said, "Is life for you, or is life against you? How do you perceive it?" I thought about that statement and I'm like, wow, what a way to look at this. How am I responding to life? Do I feel negative and downtrodden? Or do I feel that life is serving me? Not that I'm serving it. And, you know, those were very, very important questions to me, because when I'm in that negative frame of mind, I'm so far away from being in gratitude. But when I'm seeing life is serving me, that the universe is supplying me, that love is radiating to and through me, then I really know that life is blessing me. And I can move into that place of gratitude. Here's some of the things that happen in our lives that cause us to step away from gratitude. High pressure on a job or a very heavy workload. Feeling like you have no control over your life. Despising your job or not getting the recognition you deserve. Having babies and raising them. You know, sometimes that can seem thankless. Having financial problems or even potential homelessness. Sometimes taking care of a loved one can be very stressful. Other times going through a divorce or other upsetting events in life can keep us from our gratitude. Suffering from a chronic illness. Dealing with energies that interfere with your normal life. A lack of balance between home and work and play. Too many responsibilities without help. Not having a supporting relationship or other people who are close to you. A lack of sleep. A need for perfection. And pessimistic thoughts. You know, one of the things in Alcoholics Anonymous that I learned was HALT. And it's an acronym meaning don't get too hungry, don't get too angry, don't get too lonely, and don't get too tired. And when I'm very mindful of that, I can stay in the present. If I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm feeling a little anxious or angry, I can check it out and say, why is this? You know, I'm certainly with this lovely church family, not lonely, you know, because there's plenty to do. And, but sometimes I have to remind myself not to get too tired. And so I'm very grateful for that. But I also wanted to give you some things to think about keeping the door of gratitude open. So here's some very good habits. Appreciate the good things in life and not just the big things. Find gratitude in your challenges. Find what will raise you up. Find what you needed to know, the lesson, those kinds of things that you're grateful that you obtained through a challenge and that you're grateful for getting through the challenge. Practice mindfulness. Be very mindful of where you're at. And I like to list things that I'm grateful for. So every day, make a list of 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for. Keep a gratitude journal. You'd be surprised, even the little things, how they become bigger because you were grateful for them. Spend time with loved ones. Improve your happiness in other areas in your life that you may not be even thinking about. Because I know when I'm doing projects and when something turns out really great, I'm very grateful for that. I'm glad, yeah, I could do that, you know? And and finally, I'm going to leave you with this last sentence. God tells us in his words that life is meant to be enjoyed, not just endured. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries the bone. Proverbs 17:22. Thank you. God bless you.
Wasn't that wonderful? Thank you. Thank you, Marvin. Our children's church are now joining us. We have Nash with us, and of course, Andrew and Lynn.
Good morning. So today we're always on gratitude, but the mandala is the same, and yet when we each take it, it becomes very individually different. So there's no two that are the same, even though we are all the same and we are of the same light, we are all totally and uniquely different, which I thought was kind of a beautiful example to see how different that is.
Yeah, one of the points that came up was just like when you do a recipe and you have all the different ingredients, you know, and they're so different from each other. So, but you bring them all together and create a one product, one thing. And so it's that finding diversity, finding unity through diversity, not about all becoming the same or doing it the same way or thinking the same way. No, it's all the diverse ingredients that come together to make the one.
So that was our morning. Thank you.
And so, stay where you are. Come back. We have an opportunity to bless the children before us in your Sunday program. We have the children's blessing there, so we invite you to join with us in sharing. And let's stand and share our light and our love in this direction together. We honor you, we bless you, we behold the presence of God within you. And so it is, yes. And so please be seated. And I do have a little bit of an announcement. Next Saturday, there's going to be a workshop in the bookstore, and our own Jade is going to be hosting that particular workshop, and it's entitled Cacao Medicine, Opening the Heart. But today, she has a sample for you. Okay, and it's going to be a healing experience made with cacao it's pure cacao that she's used to create it, and it's made in the traditional way. So she will see you in the lobby for that. Okay, so we thank you ahead of time for the experience, and look forward to Saturday's workshop. One more thing, we know that Kringle Mingle is coming up. Yes? So we will be having the 2 trees. Okay, but we're going to be decorating a little bit differently this year. So we'll have on the Friday after Thanksgiving, we pick up the trees. Saturday, we put the lights on. That's one crew. And then I have a crew of people coming in to put the decorations on, mostly. There will be some spaces available. So on that Sunday when you're here, you'll all receive an ornament, and you'll help by decorating the tree by placing the ornament on the tree. Okay, so there's that. Now, there's also going to be food. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different than what we're used to. It's a covered dish as well, but it's going to be more of a cafeteria style. We will have the tables lined up, but the closer to the one wall. So we go in one entrance, and the servers there will pick up the plates, and you'll tell them what you want on the plates. Okay, so that's how we're working with the food. Now, because we've heard the news and what they've been proclamating out there with the numbers, next Sunday in our board meeting, we'll make the final determination whether we move forward with this. Okay, but right now we're making it as safe as possible. Okay, so when you go in one door and out the other door. And of course, you'll have your masks on, and all the servers will have gloves and masks and all that stuff, all the protocol that we have to follow. So, but we want to be able to come together and socialize in a healthy way. So this is how we're looking at doing it, and if it's going to work, we'll let you know next Sunday. Okay, so thank you for your attention. And now, take it away.
Actually, I've got something to say about the Kringle Mingle as well. We are doing everything a little bit different this year, but we do want to do the Christmas caroling. We've done that the last few years, and everybody really has enjoyed it as well as we've enjoyed it. So we're going to go ahead and continue that. What we're going to do is we're going to be singing Christmas carols from 10:30 till about 11:15, maybe 10 till, depending on how it goes. But we will not be masked. We're going to be lined up against the credenza. Now, we want all the people in the house that are going to be enjoying this to wear your masks. We will have those few tables that are out in the lobby. We will still have those out there. If you feel like you want to sit at a table, you can, as long as you have your mask. But keep in mind that we will not be masked and we'll be singing. We would like the rest of you to line up like you did last year in front of the bookstore and around the side where the cards are and around where the Clover Go table is. Congregate in that area, and you'll have your masks on. You can sing softly within your masks, and we're going to try it. We'll decide on that too at the next board meeting, but it's just been so long since we've all been able to gather and enjoy some social time, and we would really like to have this happen. So anyway, we will let you know again next Sunday for sure the final details on it. And that's it. Then we're going to finish up the service with our song of the month. And because of Thanksgiving, it's called I Am So Blessed. Daniel's going to sing it, and I'm going to sing along.
And you can sing along too in your mask. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed.
I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Thanks, y'all.